I'm excited about all the Christmas movies coming out on Netflix, and my favorite one is The Christmas Chronicles.
A shooting occurred at the Galleria Mall during Black Friday, and in today's news, I'll give you the details on both sides of the controversy.
Last Friday, the football team defeated Hoover and advanced to the state final, and we'll give you a game recap in today's sports.
With a new season come new shows and movies to Netflix, and reporter Peyton Oden will fill you in on Netflix comings and goings in today's entertainment.
These stories plus more headlines are coming your way on today's THS TV. The varsity football team is headed to state, and students from throughout the school system have a way to show their support. Good morning, I'm Ashley Ryan.
And I'm Simon Callahan, and this is THS TV. The football team is celebrating a monumental win over Hoover, and for the first time in over 30 years, the Warriors are headed to the state championship. The Alabaster City Schools Central Office released a plan yesterday to allow more people to travel and cheer on the team.
First, on Tuesday, students and faculty members will celebrate the team in a send-off at 10:30 by lining up from the school to the stadium to cheer on the players as they leave for Auburn. The team buses will travel past TMS, TIS, and the 6th grade center for other schools to cheer them on as well.
Then, next Wednesday, all Alabaster City schools will dismiss at 11 a.m. Buses will run at 11 a.m., but no after-school care will be available, and all after-school extracurriculars will be canceled. This will allow fans the time to get to Auburn for the Warrior Walk outside Jordan-Hare Stadium at 5:15 p.m. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. on Thursday. All schools will be on a 3-hour delay schedule, and buses will be delayed to match the 3-hour delay. After-school care and extracurriculars will then run as normal.
I'm really excited for the game, and I think it's awesome that the whole school system's getting involved in us being able to go, and with the fan buses and the fact that we get out early and a late delay the next day. I feel like it just makes it so much more accessible for us to go, and I feel like the whole city's behind our football team right now, and we're all just encouraging them and rooting them on, and even though it's a week before right now, we're still that's all we're talking about. We're so excited because the first time it's happened in so many years, so I'm really excited for it and excited for the city to be involved in it too.
Tickets are $12 and can be purchased at gofan.com. For those driving, there will be no parking fee, but there are many restricted parking lots. Check social media posts on the Alabaster City Schools Facebook page and on our page at THS TV for more information on parking. If you have any other questions, check your student email.
Want to hitch a ride to the championship? Students can travel to Auburn on the fan bus next Wednesday. The buses will leave from THS at 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday and will arrive in Auburn in time for the Warrior Walk outside of Jordan-Hare. The cost is $17, which includes the ticket to the game. You can pay by cash, credit, or debit, but there is a $3 transaction fee for credit card payments. Forms are available in your email. To sign up, visit Student Services with the completed form and payment by next Monday to ensure that you get a spot. For more information on the fan buses, check your student email. And Warrior fans from throughout the community could have a chance to ride a bus of their own. The THS Athletics Department is trying to gather interest on another fan charter bus. The bus will leave the school at approximately 2:15 and will be about $55. But it will include a ticket to the game and will return you back to the high school after the game. Head to the THS Athletics Facebook or Twitter page to fill out the survey. This is not a guaranteed plan, and they are exploring other options. For more updates on the charter bus, keep tuning in to THS TV.
The end of the first semester is coming to a close, and that calls for semester exams. Since the semester ends on Wednesday, the 19th, exams will start on Thursday, December 13th. On Thursday, students will take your first and second period exams. On Friday, third and fourth period exams, and then on Monday, fifth and sixth period exams, and finally on Tuesday, seventh period exams. After your final exam of the day, if you are in good academic standing, you are allowed to check out. But if you are failing a class, you will have to stay after your exam for tutoring for the entire day. Checkout forms will be sent via student email, so keep an eye out for more information about exams.
Leo Club has been given another opportunity to help their community. The Sensory Santa event will be next Saturday from 2 to 4 at the Alabaster Restored Church. This event is for individuals with special needs and their immediate families to get Santa pictures and enjoy other fun activities. They need about 10 to 15 volunteers, so if you're in Leo Club, go to Google Classroom to sign up.
Questions are still being asked about the shooting at the Galleria last week. And while the investigation continues, many community members are working to seek solutions about the issue of gun violence. THS TV reporter Ashley Ryan shines a light on a national issue that is making local headlines.
Last Thursday, many people were getting a head start on their Black Friday shopping at the River Chase Galleria. But what started off as a day of family and giving thanks ended in chaos for some shoppers. A fight broke out, followed by gunshots, and ended in 2 injuries, a death, and many unanswered questions. Among those injured, 12-year-old Molly Bennett from Shelby County and an unidentified 18-year-old. 21-year-old Amantic Bradford was shot and killed by police during the incident. Bradford was the key suspect shooter at the time, with the police statement saying that he was waving a gun during the seconds following the gunshots. In the days that followed the shooting, police announced that Bradford was most likely not the one who fired the shots, although he is still believed to have been involved in the fight that started the incident. Meanwhile, people are speaking out about the investigation. Protests occurred at the mall on Saturday and again on Monday night, causing parts of Highway 31 to be shut down as they marched to the mall. Others are taking to social media to show their opposition or support about the protest. And Thompson students have their own ideas about solutions to this problem.
I think that there should be stricter gun laws, not taking away people's guns, but monitoring them more. It sucks that the wrong guy was killed because he was a good guy with a gun, but they thought that he was the shooter, so they took him down when there were other people that had their guns drawn too.
Many people are asking for police body cameras and mall surveillance to be released for review. But local officials have said they will not release these videos while the investigation is underway. Police are promising transparency in this case, including weekly updates and developments. Do you have an opinion on the protest? Tweet us at THS News TV and you could be featured on an upcoming show. Reporting for THS TV on the events surrounding the River Chase shooting, I'm Ashley Ryan. Steps are being taken to get Gus Malzahn to leave Auburn. Here's what's trending on Twitter. #Auburn is trending as Malzahn wants to reduce his $32 million buyout and accept other limitations in an attempt to keep his position as head coach. Many people are sharing their theories as to why he would give up such a large sum of money, but most are speculating that he believes that he won't coach at a team better than Auburn, and he thinks he could make a comeback. This comes after a 7-5 season, including losses to LSU, Georgia, and Alabama. Do you think he'll be the coach next year? Tweet us what you think at THS News TV for a chance to be featured on an upcoming show. Now let's take a look at other hot topics in today's national headlines.
An associate of Roger Stone said Monday he is refusing to sign a plea deal offered by special counsel Robert Mueller. Jerome Corsi, whose role in Mueller's investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 election largely revolves around the possibility that he was an intermediary between Stone and WikiLeaks, said he was offered a deal to plea on 1 count of perjury. General Motors on Monday announced a major restructuring of its global business, saying it will shut production at 5 facilities in North America and slash its staff. GM will reduce its salaried workforce by 15%, including a quarter of the company's executives. Retired Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens wrote that he decided to step down from the court after a mini-stroke during his dissent in the Citizens United case, according to the New York Times. That was it, he told the Times. I made the decision that day. After I went to the doctor, I sent a letter to the president right away.
So the football game on Friday, that'll definitely go down in the history books as one of Thompson's greatest victories.
Especially, since Thompson really was not winning until the last few seconds. There was a period where Thompson was winning, but the end score being 31-28, I think that's awesome, even though it was a very close game.
Yeah, I actually left when it was 17-28, and I'm kind of mad that I did. But it was pretty bad conditions. It was raining. It was pretty cold, so I had to get out of there.
Yeah, I didn't show up to the game, but I heard that it was absolutely, just amazing for them to come back and make it to state this year. And I know Hoover, they beat us twice now, I think, and we beat them. I think this made it twice. Yeah, so it's awesome that we came back and now we're in the state championship this year for what it's been
It's been since 1982.
Yeah, 1982.
So.
Man, it's been a long time, but yeah.
I've got more in today's sports.
But first, we've got your needs to know in today's announcements.
We'll be right back with more THS TV.
Still to come on THS TV.
The basketball team played Dora High School Monday, and I have a recap in today's sports.
Students are doing a bake sale to raise money for special needs children, and I have the details on where you can find them.
You're watching THS TV, Nebraska's source for sport.
Thompson football is making history. Friday night, the Warriors defeated Hoover in the semifinal round of the playoffs, which advances the team to the state championship. Reporter Gracie Coker will give you all the details about the game and what's to come.
The final moment had come down between Thompson and Hoover last Friday night at the Hoover Met, determining what team would go to state after the round 3 playoffs. The first half started with a lead for Thompson, 14-0. The team continued to keep the lead by the end of the second quarter with a 17-14 lead by 3 points.
Well, from our perspective, from the team's perspective, you look at it as playing on. You don't even think about losing. You got to think about what you have to do to win the game. And so our guys made some plays that Hoover wasn't able to make, and we stayed resilient, kept fighting, and we were able to pull out a big dub.
After halftime, the Hoover Bucks came out on top during the third quarter, scoring another 2 touchdowns. With a score of 28-17, they continued to lead the game until less than 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Facing 4th and 7, the Warriors continued to push on. Tagovailoa threw a 56-yard pass to A.J. Bonham, resulting in another touchdown for the Warriors. But after a failed attempt for a 2-point conversion, the Hoover Bucks were still on top with a 28-23 lead. Hoover's offense received the ball, but it didn't stay there for long as Thompson's defense held on, leaving Thompson's offense to pick up the ball at their own 15-yard line. With 21 seconds left in the game, Thompson was facing a 4th and 2nd play from the Hoover 20. Talia passed the ball off to Shad, leading Shad to score the final and winning touchdown of the night, along with the completed 2-point conversion, finalizing the score at 31-28 for a Thompson Warrior win, redeeming themselves from a 45-26 loss in the regular season against Hoover. The Warriors will face off against Central Phoenix City next Wednesday, November 5th, to play in their first state championship game since 1982. The game will be held at Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn at 7 o'clock, and if you would like to pre-purchase a ticket, you can go to gofan.com, and tickets are $12. Reporting live on all sporting events for THS TV, I'm Gracie Coker.
The boys basketball team played in their fifth game of the season against Dora, but came up short only 2 points. The Warriors lost 51-53, but had some major plays. Sophomores Jack Dorlick, Brad Lewis, and Grant Hopkins led the team with scoring about 10 points apiece. At the end of the game, Dora shot a three-pointer that put them over the top. Next, they play Homewood at Homewood tomorrow at 7:30. If you can't make it to the game, keep tuning in to THS TV to get updates about their season. One of the most looked forward to games was played this past Saturday, and reporter Gavin Gray will show you highlights from the game.
This past Saturday was rivalry weekend, and one of the biggest, most intense rivals went head-to-head in the Iron Bowl, the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Auburn Tigers. Going into the game, Alabama was number one and was on fire with a record-setting season, said to be one of the best seasons since Bear Bryant. The first half was a shocking one as Auburn held their own against the Crimson Tide. The score of the first quarter was 7-7. The second quarter was a good one with some turnovers leading to an Alabama touchdown and field goal. However, Auburn came back with a trick play of their own to get a pass into the end zone, finishing the first half with a score of 17-14, Alabama on top. To start the second half, Alabama scores on a 47-yard pass, increasing their lead to 24-14. Auburn had a drive going but was 3 yards short of a first down, which gave the ball back to the Crimson Tide, which they turned into another touchdown. After a couple more drives, Auburn was able to punch it in again to stay in the game, making the score 31-21. After Auburn scored, the Tide put on the Jets and ran away with the game, ending with a score of 52-21. Make sure to tune in next week for the biggest game of the year, as the Tide face off against the Georgia Bulldogs for a rematch in the SEC Championship. Reporting for THS TV, I'm Gavin Gray.
From the high school gym to the college turf, we've got the details in today's national sports headlines.
The San Francisco 49ers have decided to release linebacker Reuben Foster after a domestic violence charge. Foster's bond was set at $2,000 during a bail hearing this Sunday morning, along with orders to avoid any contact with the accuser. The LSU Tigers played the Texas A&M Aggies Saturday in a matchup for the history books. The game went into 7 overtimes and finished 72-74, with Texas A&M winning. Jimmy Butler hit his second game winner in 8 days Sunday night. Butler was recently acquired by the 76ers and immediately has made an impact. Sunday night his game winner was against the Nets, and last week it was against the Hornets.
That's all for today's sports. Tune in on Friday for more recaps on the basketball team. Now back to Ashley with more news.
The Alabaster Teen Council showed their support for several organizations by presenting multiple donations. Throughout the year, Teen Council saves the money they raise through selling concessions at its events in order to give back. This year, they raised about $400 and presented checks to the Alabaster Parks and Rec Department to fund signs on the city's disc golf course at Veterans Park, the Warrior Center, which serves students with special needs, Mitchell's Place, which provides services to children with autism, and to the Alabaster YMCA's aquatics program.
The Alabaster Police Department will be increasing its patrol presence at the Prompt Promenade and South Promenade shopping centers during the holiday season. The police department made this decision due to the increased number of shoppers around November and December, with numbers of shoppers increasing by 300% between the two shopping centers. Officers said that the patrols are intended to combat a rising trend of criminal activity during the holidays throughout the nation.
So it's really exciting to see what's coming and going on Netflix, especially during the Christmas season, because I'm sure they're bringing on a ton of Christmas movies.
Yeah, I've already watched a few of them, and I'm really excited to see what they all bring during Christmas break.
Yeah, no, I mean, Netflix has constantly been adding more movies and TV shows, and I'm really excited, plus because it's Christmas coming up, they always add a lot of Christmas movies, so, I love Christmas movies, so I'll most likely be watching a lot of them, so yeah.
I've got more on entertainment.
But first, Avery has your local forecast and today's Warrior weather.
We'll be right back.
The
Thespians are going to state for their one-act premiere Boy and solo monologues for State, and I have more information in today's entertainment.
Need Christmas gift ideas? In today's special segment, I have care package ideas for adults, teens, and children.
You're watching THS TV.
Hi, I'm Avery Forrest, and this is your Warrior Weather. Today will be sunny with a high of 50 and a low of 33. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 49. It will rain Friday with a high of 64 and a low of 54. Going into the weekend, Saturday will have some thunderstorms with a high of 67 and a low of 53. The sun will come back out Sunday with a high of 61 and a low of 47. That's all for today's Warrior Weather. Now back to you guys.
Thespians will be going off to state this week for the 2018 Trombauer Secondary Theater Festival, which consists of 30 individual events, a one-act play festival, as well as scholarship auditions and college screenings for high school seniors. Students who qualify for state competitions have a score of superior rating at district. There will be 4 $1,000 act scholarships that seniors can compete an audition for, which will kick off the events Thursday evening. Thursday and Friday will consist of the rest of the competition and an award ceremony where plaques and medals will be given out. The holidays are finally here, along with the cold temperatures it brings. If you want to stay in your nice warm house and have nothing to do, reporter Peyton Odom will give you an insight on the new shows that are coming to Netflix, as well as the ones that are leaving.
With every new month comes new movies for Netflix, but also it means that some favorites are getting taken off. Big movie titles coming to Netflix this month are Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, The Jungle Book, and Michael Jackson's This Is It. Shows coming to Netflix are the new season of The Magicians, the new season of Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown, and the 4th season of Fuller House.
About all the Christmas movies coming out on Netflix, and my favorite one is The Christmas Chronicles. And it's about Santa. These 2 kids get on Santa's sleigh and they scare him, and he loses his bag, and he has to go across in the state or whatever they're at to find it, and the kids help him.
Movies leaving Netflix in December are Groundhog Day, Step Up to the Streets, and Moana. Since the Christmas season is now here, many Netflix original shows such as The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina are getting their own Christmas specials. These changes to Netflix will be made throughout the whole month of December. For THS TV, I'm Peyton Odom.
Music, movies, and more, we've got the latest gossip and celebrity news in today's Hollywood headlines.
The new live-action Lion King trailer was released on Thanksgiving Day. It is scheduled to hit theaters July 19th, 2019. Donald Glover is working beside Beyoncé on set, and he's admitted it was intimidating to work with her. The movie is a remake of the 1994 classic film, which starts with the iconic scene on the lifted rock. There were many great performances during the Macy Thanksgiving Parade, such as Kelly Clarkson and Kane Brown. During the parade, John Legend sang along with the classic Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Rita Ora also performed a song from her new album called Let You Love Me. The singers all stood on unique floats while waving to the crowd. Ariana Grande's new single, Thank You Next, has become very popular, and a new Mean Girls theme music video teaser has just been released for it. A few of the original characters from the movie is starring in it, such as Jonathan Bennett and Stephanie Drummond. Grande has been posting pictures of the set and the outfits they get to wear to get into her mean girl character.
That's all for today's entertainment. Tune in on Friday for a rundown on Hallmark's 25 Days of Christmas. Now let's toss it to Kendall with ways you can make someone's Christmas by getting them a care package.
Christmas is in 27 days, and I have care package ideas for teenagers, kids, and adults. For kids, you can put food like candy canes, Santa sugar cookies, or caramel popcorn. Also, you can put essentials like scarves or night lights, and toys like a small Lego set. For teens, girls might like a jewelry magnet, and boys might like Bluetooth earbuds. You can also put Christmas art supplies, iTunes gift cards, and to dress up the box, you can put paper snowflakes. For adults, you can put essential things for Christmas dinner, like lemonade mix, apples, and jam. Also, there are season's greeting cards, magazines, and New Year agendas. For a full list of items and where you can purchase them, visit longdistance.com. That's all for today's Seasonal Spotlight. Now back to Simon with more news.
The Thompson Cheerleading Program will be helping area businesses paint the town red in honor of the Warrior football team's first state championship appearance in the past 36 years. Alabaster City Schools will be encouraging residents and local businesses to show their support on December 1st by wearing red, displaying signs, and cheering on the Warriors through marquee boards and any other public displays. Make sure to show your support for the team this Saturday before they head to Auburn to fight for the state championship.
I think that this is a great opportunity for people in our community and businesses to be able to show their support even if maybe they can't make it to the game.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is a big, just event that's going on. We finally made it state, and the whole community is wanting to participate in, any way that they can, and, doing this is really just a great idea.
Yeah, especially since it's been so long since we've even been to state, not going to state since 1982 and then finally getting there this year, that's a really big deal. So I think it's great that we're trying our best to support them in our fullest.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so I mean, it is a great idea, like you said, and it has been a very, very long time since 1982. And I mean, it's just, for me, it is very exciting because I've been, I'm a senior this year. So winning state my senior year, in football would be awesome to,
especially since when we were in 8th grade, we went 0-10, and so just looking at the progress that our team has gone through since we've been there, because nobody really saw this coming. Even though we got a new coach, it's just really awesome. But we've got you covered on how the community is supporting our football team as they make a trip to Auburn for the state game.
Now Avery has you covered with today's bus stop forecast. Avery?
If you're going to the bus stop tomorrow morning, make sure you bring a jacket because temperatures will be about 38 degrees with clear skies at 6 o'clock and about 40 degrees at 7. That's all for today's bus stop forecast. Now back to you guys.
It's really awesome that even teachers are getting the opportunity to get to go to the state game because of everyone getting out at 11, and that we have buses taking people.
Yeah, I mean, it is a really cool thing that they are letting us out Wednesday at 11 to give us all the opportunity to head to Auburn and make it for the game and be there for the Warrior Walk and just be there for just the whole atmosphere and how it's going to be.
Yeah, not only that, but we get a 3-hour delay the next day after state. People are going to be getting home late. That's a pretty long drive to Auburn, especially after the state championship game. So all the festivities are going to have everyone tired, and I think it's a great idea to get that delay as well.
I'm really glad that we get to go see them in this awesome game, and we get to have a little extra time after school.
Yeah.
That's all for today's news.
Tune in on Friday for information on the ACT prep sessions coming up.
And follow us on Twitter for updates on events happening at THS this week.
Have a great day.